I greet you in Jesus' precious name. Thank you for joining us today. I'm on Snowy, our horse, and he sends his greetings. I want to speak to you today about activity, being active. We go straight to the first book of Corinthians, chapter 15 and verse 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that your labor is not in vain. You know, doing good makes cheerful Christians. That's what I heard one man of God say. It keeps us spiritually fit, just like exercise keeps us physically fit. You go to the gym every day, don't you? Well, by doing good and helping other people keeps you spiritually fit. No man is an island. We need each other. There are no lone rangers in the kingdom of God. The Lord really needs you and I. You know, I told a story a long time ago, and I need to tell it to you again, because first of all, it's a true story, and secondly, it happened just over that hill behind where I'm sitting right now on my horse. In the days when the Model T Ford first came out, but most people were still riding horses, there was a young boy, a young man, maybe in his early 20s. He was looking for work, and he rode down this road behind me. And as he was riding along, in those days, the farms would join up with each other. So you would come to a farm gate, open the gate, go through, close the gate, go to the next farm gate, and you could do that all day long. He was on his horse, and he was coming up to a farm gate. And he stopped and he looked around and he heard the noise of a motor car coming behind him, one of those Model T Fords. So he jumped off his horse, he opened the gate, and he saw an old couple driving in this little Model T Ford. And he waved them on and took his hat off and he greeted them like a well-mannered young man. And they went through and they gave him a big wave. And when he went through, he closed the gate when they'd gone through. And he got on his horse and he carried on looking for a job. And the motor car stopped on the side of the road just ahead. And so he rode up, got off his horse, took his hat off. The old man said, "Where are you going, son?" He said, "Sir, I'm looking for work." So he said, "Well, you see the farm just a little bit further on? That's our farm. Please come in there and let's have a cup of tea and have a chat." Well, needless to say, the young man got a job and he became the manager of that farm. Do you know that that old couple had no children? And when the old couple died, they left the entire farm into his hands. Isn't that a beautiful story? Why? Because he did some good. He was helping people. And he didn't do it for anything else. I'm sure he was a believer. I'm sure he was a Christian. He was doing it to make Christians joyful. Folks, you don't know what reward you're going to get. Not that you do it for that reason. So maybe take your school teacher a nice bunch of flowers to school maybe next week. Send a text or a phone call to a loved one you haven't spoken to for a while. And I tell you what, that is spiritual fitness. It makes you strong, it makes you sensitive, and it makes you aware of other people's needs. And I want to tell you something now, it'll change your life. You'll be absolutely fit spiritually, physically, and mentally. So remember, just continue to do good things, like the scriptures say, and the Lord will amply reward you. Until next time, may God bless you, and goodbye.